friend, it's Katie and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. It's been a while since I posted. I don't know if I posted like my other videos since then. I've been slacking at editing and I just don't know what I want to post, but that's a long spiel for like not really any reason. I just always feel to say this when I don't post my videos and don't edit and just don't film. But we are here and I'm very excited because I'm going to be doing a what's in my travel makeup bag. I did just go on a trip to Chatham, Massachusetts on Cape Cod. It was a lot of fun. Also hit Boston on the way home, which was an experience in itself. But I wanted to share what was in my makeup bag that I did bring on vacation because for honestly once I felt like I brought the perfect amount of makeup and the perfect products, so I definitely wanted to share this and I'm very excited. I'm hoping this like gets me back to the swing things, but I'm very excited, so let's get into it. So I did bring this makeup bag, which is a Rare Beauty exclusive Ipsy one, which I think is so cute. I have another one I brought on trips before, but I really want to bring this one this time, and it's honestly, you can fit so much in this, but sometimes having like a too big of a makeup bag like just allows me to like bring too much. So honestly, I was just happy to bring this one. And then I also brought my brushes and this thing. This came with my luggage, like my suitcase. Like I brought just like a little suitcase and this came with it. And I was like, honestly, this is a really good one for brushes. So I also will share what brushes I brought, but let's get into the makeup and everything I brought. And I love like how this just opens up and then like everything's in there. Try to give you a view of everything. So I didn't bring primer. I mostly focused on my skincare that wise, but for foundations I brought like two foundation-ish products. First is the Glossier Stretch foundation in the shade Light 2. I brought this and I ended up just using this because I wasn't sure if I'd want like a skin tint or an actual foundation, which this is technically like a skin tint foundation, I'm pretty sure. But I ended up bringing this and I'm so glad I did because this is actually what I'm wearing on my face today. And I did film for TikTok my vacation makeup, almost like a tutorial, even though I'm not like, I can do my makeup good, but I'm no professional. So I did just film that for TikTok. Be sure to check that out. But I love this and it does have a pump and it was great, so I brought that. And then I also brought, but I didn't use, this e.l.f. Halo Glow Skin Tint. I did also bring that. Yeah, didn't use it, but I do use this. I just didn't use it that trip. For concealer, I brought the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin in the shade Fair 3. I brought this one just because I'm trying to use it up. As you can see, like there's so many scrapings with this one, so I did bring this. I'm still working on it, but I don't really have like a favorite one I'm using right now. This one's really good though. But for powder, I brought the One Size one. This is just the like translucent powder, but I brought this for my pressed powder just because I was using another one but it was almost gone. And then I also brought a pressed powder, which is the Tarte Face Tape pressed powder. I believe this is in the shade 2S Sand and stuff, and it just looks like this just because I had like some problem areas I want extra cover, so that worked out great for that. And bronzer, I just brought the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is just like the regular one. But this just because it is my favorite and I love it. Blush, I brought the Kevyn Aucoin, the Neo Blush and Rose Cliff, which just looks like that. Ran on my face today and honestly it's a great blush. I also brought, but I only used it once, this Polite Society London Blush Stick. This is interesting because it's like a cream powder kind of thing, but that's what that looks like. I got this recently in a Ipsy bag or box. And then highlight, I brought my Nabla Skin Glazing in Ozone, which just looks like that. And then my palette, I decided to bring the Tartelette Juicy, and I was honestly very proud of myself for just bringing one because there's times where I bring more than one, but I want to bring the most versatile one, so I did end up choosing this one. and this is what the colors look like, which I feel like was perfect. I basically used like these shades, and then I think I used that shade like one day, but honestly it was the perfect palette to choose to bring, and I'm honestly so happy about that. It's a really good palette. Honestly, this has like become my favorite one for when I do eyeshadow. Also for my lips, I brought the Point of View Ambit, like lip oil, whatever you want to call it, like lip balm. And then otherwise for lips, I brought, which I'm wearing today, is the lip pump, Maricojo lip pump. I don't know what shade this is, but it's like a nudie-ish shade. And then I also brought this one, which is like a brighter, like reddish pink toned. So I also brought that. I believe this might be like a strawberry or something. And then I guess her primer, but I never ended up using it. I brought the Stay Cool. So I actually did technically bring one, but this is a nice stick that you can use like for priming. We had that. And then I accidentally brought two brow gels. This I thought was an eye primer, and I pulled it out of my drawer and it ended up being a brow gel, just like a clear one. So I did end up bringing this one. This is the V Cosmetic one. I believe I got this in Ipsy a while ago. And then my next brow glue, which I love, it's like in, I don't know, it's in a brunette shade, medium brown, that's the shade. But I ended up bringing this as well, which I used this one once and then I use this one the rest of the time, just because it does fill in too, and like my brows look good, like they do. Mascara every day, I use the Maneater Waterproof from Tarte. I love this one. It's like one of my favorite waterproof mascaras, just because it is still easy to remove. So I did end up bringing that one and stuff, but I probably could have gone without waterproof some days, but I wanted to bring this one because you never know. And then lastly, setting spray. I had the Liss Natural Finish one, and I didn't always use this, but it was nice to just have. And for my brushes, like I said, I put them in here. We'll get into these. So I brought this for a foundation brush. This is the BK Beauty 101. It's a nice foundation brush, but for the most part I ended up using my sponge, which I forget where I got these sponges from. I think they're like an Amazon pack, and honestly the best sponges, like way better than a beauty blender. And then I brought this Lithe brush. I believe this is their bronzer brush for bronzer, but sometimes I use my powder brush as my bronzer brush as well. But I did have this one just for that. And it's a nice brush. I did get an Ipsy a bit ago. Also, I just got this brush in an Ipsy. This is the TYS Beauty one. This is the powder brush. I use this for powder and bronzer. And then I had this for my blush. I brought another blush brush, but I can't remember. It might have been the smaller Wet n Wild brush that I used for blush, but I had my e.l.f. one too, the e.l.f. Stipple, which is my favorite for like cream blush. And then for powder, like my setting my under eyes, I have the Moda Pro Accentuate brush, which is my longtime favorite brush. Like I feel like I may need a backup of this because I love it. It's such a good brush, and I literally use this for just not only highlight, but for setting my under eyes and honestly almost everything. Oh, I think this is the brush I used for my blush. This is a TYS blush brush. So actually it was this brush for blush. And now we just have eye brushes. So I had this Ferro brush to like set the under eyes, and I brought my 205 from BK Beauty. This is like a lid shader, which I did use. And then I have the Sigma E60, which is also a large shader, which I did use as well. I kind of gravitated between both of those. And then I also had the 201 from BK Beauty and the 203 from BK Beauty. So this is like my crease brush, and this I use for shading, like as a lid shade brush. But yeah, that's everything I brought for my vacation makeup, and honestly it was such a perfect amount of things. I didn't overpack, which clothing wise you never know what you're gonna wear, so I did kind of overpack that wise. But when it came to my makeup and my skincare, I brought just like what I needed, which was honestly it was great. Good job. on my part. Be sure to let me know down below like what you usually bring for travel. Like what is your must have, like I must bring this on vacation. I would love to know. And also let me know any videos you would like to see next. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things with long form content because I do miss it. I really do. And yeah, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.